Hello everyone. Today let's deal with some of important question of subject constitutional law for AIB 21 and for all the judiciary aspirant or competitive exam who are preparing for competitive exam. So let's deal with this very relevant and most asked PYQ question from the constitutional law. So let's go. Number one, the concept of freedom of trade and commerce in Indian constitutional law is borrowed from which country? So the concept of trade and commerce, freedom of trade and commerce is borrowed from the Australia. Next question. Which writ issued to enforce the performance of public duties by an authority? If an public authority, for example, an police officer, not doing their duties, not performing their duties, so to enforce to do them performance of public duty, we can issue writ of mandamus. Basically there are others type of writ of certiorari, writ of mandamus, writ of prohibition, and writ of quorum. So this writ can be filed under article 226 and article 32 of the Constitution of India. Next question is, which constitutional amendment provided publishing the Hindi translation of the Constitution? Answer is 58 Amendment. Which is the landmark judgment on the colorable legislation doctrine? The landmark judgment on the colorable legislation doctrine is State of Bihar versus Kameshwar Singh. Which constitutional amendment was passed in the light of Keswanand Bharati case? 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Which article deals with the repugnancy between the central and the state laws? Article 254. What was the transition period provided in the Constitution for change of official language from English to Hindi? Answer is 15 years. In which case was it held that there could be no reservation for single caste? The answer is Shraddhar Paswan versus State of Bihar. Sexual harassment at the workplace is covered under article under 19 clause 1 clause Z. Which doctrine resolve conflict between article 25 clause 2 subclause B and article 26 clause B? The answer is doctrine of harmonious construction. Which article is the title of the Constitution of India is mentioned? Article 393. Effort are contained, fundamental right are contained under which part of the Indian Constitution? Part 4. Similarly, part 3 fundamental right and part 4 deals with the DPSP, that is directive principle of state policy. By which amendment was the anti-defection law was added? Answer is 52 amendment. In which case was it held that constitutional amendment violating article 13 clause 2 is void? The correct answer is Golaknath versus State of Punjab. UCC, Uniform Civil Code, include under which part of the Indian Constitution? UCC is included under Part 4 of Indian Constitution, that is DPSP, Directive Principle of the State Policy. Article 16, discrimination is prohibited on the ground of religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth, and residence. Next question. Minimum number of judges required to decide constitutional question under Article 143. Answer is 5 judges. There should be a 5 judges benches to deal with the matter relating to the constitutional Article 300 is no person shall be deprived of property except by the authority of the law. This is applies to only citizens. Aliens or foreigners cannot claim this right. Next question is which of the following law under Article 13? That is none of the above. I just copy pasted. I forget it. The rest of the question. Options. Next question: which schedule deals with union, state, and concurrent list? 7th schedule deals with union, state, and concurrent list. Leading case law for right to hearing is Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. Freedom of residence under Article 19 Clause 1 Clause E is ensured by Clause 1E, that is Article 19, freedom of residence. Member of Defense Service cannot claim protection under which article? Article 311. According to Article 315, which statement is correct? We cannot understand this question. The test of reasonableness is objective. Power to enact citizen law is vested on the Parliament. Discrimination on ground of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth violates Article 15 Clause 1. OR was drafted by Objective Regulation was drafted by Jawaharlal Nehru. Right to property was removed from the fundamental right during the whose tenure? During the Morarji Desai, Prime Minister Morarji Desai. In the tenure of Morarji Desai, the fundamental right was removed, and now fundamental right to property is a constitutional right. Protection against arrest and detention is certain provided under Article 21 Clause 22. 308, that is right to property, was inserted by which amendment? Answer: 44 amendment. Next question is in which case transformative constitutionalism applies? Answer is Navjit Singh Johar versus Union of India. Section 66A of AIBE Act was struck down in which case? In the Single versus Union of India. Minimum number of judges for constitutional matter under Article 145 is 5 judges bench. Legalizing passive euthanasia is Common Cause versus Union of India. Euthanasia. Doctrine of freedom applies to the civil service. Right to know, in which right to know antecedent of election candidate derived from Article 19 Clause 1 Clause A. Preamble phrase: dignity of the individual and unity of the nation related to the justice, social, economic, and political. MC Mehta versus Union of India. In Sri Ram Gas League established absolute liability. Purity petition introduced in Rupa Ashok Hura versus Ashok Hura case. Right to free legal aid recognized as a fundamental right under the ambit of Article 21 is Hussainara. In the leading case law, Hussainara Khatun versus State of Bihar. Yes, Apex Court decided their right to free legal aid is a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. Right of law pronounced by the AIBE. Residuary power of India lie with Parliament. Judicial review concept borrowed from the USA. Trade commerce borrowed the Supreme Court beveches 65 years. Public Service Commission established under Article 350. Yes, it obtain of colorable legislation. Joint sitting of parliament is called president. Right to property in Indian constitution is constitutional right. Restriction not allowed under Article 19 clause 1 clause A is defamation. Right to go abroad held within the Article 19 clause 1 clause A in the case of Manhattan Union of India. Reasonable restriction on free movement can be imposed in the interest of the public, general public, which can claim who can claim right under Article 19. Under Article 19, only citizen can claim right. Accused shall not compelled to be a witness against himself. Under Article 20, Clause 3, case of popular case, that is popularly known as versus Stanford case,